It started with a call no one wants to receive. Early one morning, a sanitation worker in a small town just outside Dallas was beginning his usual route when he noticed something odd. One of the trash bags left out on the curb moved. At first, he assumed it was the wind. But then, it happened again. A faint sound, almost like a whimper, hesitant but curious. He dropped his gloves and stepped closer. What he found inside that torn black plastic bag would break even the toughest heart. A small, frail puppy, no more than a few weeks old, wrapped tightly in a thin towel soaked with filth. Her eyes were crusted shut and her ribs protruded with every labored breath. She had been thrown away like garbage. The man, overwhelmed, immediately called a local rescue group known for taking on the hardest cases. Within 20 minutes, volunteer rescuer Marissa showed up in her beat-up van. She'd seen a lot in her 10 years of rescue work, but this case made her freeze. The puppy's body was ice cold, barely responsive, and infested with fleas. Her gums were pale, and she looked like she hadn't eaten in days. They named her Hope. It was the only thing she had left. The first stop was the vet. Marissa drove one-handed while cradling Hope in her lap, using the heat vents to try to warm her up. At the clinic, the vet confirmed the obvious: severe malnutrition, dehydration, hypothermia, and early signs of infection. She was placed on fluids, wrapped in warming blankets, and monitored closely. All anyone could do was wait. But there was a quiet fight in her. She whimpered softly when the vet techs left her alone. She tried to nuzzle into warm hands. She wanted to live. And slowly, something shifted. On day 3, she licked the syringe of formula. Marissa held to her lips. On day 5, she tried to stand. By day 7, she wagged her tail for the first time, just a twitch. But it sent everyone into tears. Hope's recovery was slow but steady. Once stable, Marissa brought her home as a foster. She had a soft blanket, a heated bed, and around-the-clock care. Every day was a victory. Her fur grew back in patches. Her eyes cleared, and her legs grew stronger. She started playing with toys, not knowing what they were at first, but learning. She followed Marissa around the house like a shadow, terrified of being left again. But the emotional healing took longer. Any loud noise made her cower. She'd shake if anyone raised their voice, even in laughter. It was clear she'd known cruelty long before being tossed in that bag. Marissa worked slowly, never pushing too hard. She sang to her at night. She fed her by hand. She brought other gentle dogs to play and show her the world wasn't always mean. 3 months later, Hope was unrecognizable. Her once broken body was now strong and sleek. Her tail wagged constantly. She'd learned to fetch, to cuddle, to trust. But the real miracle came when a family saw her photo on the RescueS website and asked to meet her. They had a quiet home, 2 kids, and a golden retriever named Max. When Hope met them, she crawled into the daughter's lap and fell asleep. That was it. She chose them. The adoption was finalized a week later. Marissa cried the whole drive home. Not out of sadness, but relief. Hope wasn't just surviving. She was thriving. From a trash bag to a warm home filled with love. She had come full circle. And somewhere out there, someone who once saw her as disposable would never know the kind of light they tried to throw away. Hope lived, and in doing so, she reminded everyone what rescue is really about. Seeing value where others see none, and believing, even in the darkest moments, that healing is possible.